What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another Turbo update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so I really just wanted to make this video today on Turbo because I'm seeing a lot of panic out there. As you guys know, Turbo was kind of trading in this symmetrical triangle type pattern, but you can see that it clearly fell through the pattern. But the first thing that I want you guys to just remember about Turbo is how explosive the move from the bottom actually was. You can see right here that it ran up close to 385% from the lows. That is a significantly stronger move than most of the market. So naturally, when you move up that explosively, you're going to have a little bit of a pullback, and it's pulled back about 41.5% from the high. That is actually a very nice pullback. And the reason it's nice is because a lot of people out there were looking for a Turbo entry, and now it has potentially provided you with one. Now, I do also want to be clear though, obviously it's not guaranteed that Turbo has found a bottom yet. There's definitely a chance that Turbo does go lower. And I think the main thing that you need to watch is Ethereum right now. So if you guys have been watching my content, you know I've been telling you guys to watch the 200-day moving average and the 21-day moving average. I've been saying whatever level breaks is probably the direction that we are going to be heading. And you can see that we had about 6 different breakouts above the 200-day moving average, but we never successfully closed a candle above it. That right there told us that it was major resistance and there was a good chance we were probably going to get rejected. And you can see that now price action has actually closed beneath the 21-day, which naturally has me leaning more bearish. But the one thing that is keeping me somewhat bullish right now is the fact that we are still trading in this bull flag. Even this most recent candle still has not lost this trend line. And we have actually bounced off of this trend line 8 different times. And if you count these wicks beneath it, 10 different times. So this is clearly also a very strong support level. So even though we are beneath the 21-day, I'm not really going to be short-term bearish unless we lose this trend line, plain and simple. And by lose it, I mean close multiple candles beneath it. So if this bull flag does end up breaking out for Ethereum, then I would not be shocked at all if Turbo instantly just has a V-shaped recovery and we end up getting right back in this previous traffic. But if you come over here and you look at CoinMarketCap right now, you can see that Bitcoin's down about 3% in the last week. Ethereum's down about 0.5% in the last week. So ETH is actually holding up pretty well. However, a lot of altcoins are not holding up very well. And you can tell because when you look at Bitcoin dominance, it's at 63.7%. There was a point in time where Bitcoin dominance was about 61.8%. But if you look at Ethereum dominance, it's still 9.3%. It's holding up decently well. It's just a lot of the altcoins that are causing Bitcoin dominance to go up. But overall, Ethereum is still significantly underperforming Bitcoin. Just to put things in perspective, Bitcoin's down about 6.8% from its all-time high 10 days ago. If you look at Ethereum right now, you can see that Ethereum is actually down 49.02% from its all-time high 4 years ago. Ethereum's all-time high was $4,891. So even with Ethereum still holding up well, it's significantly underperforming Bitcoin. And in order for Turbo and a lot of the other altcoins to explode, we want to see Ethereum explode. So Ethereum is the main project that you need to be watching. When you look at Bitcoin right now, it still honestly looks very strong. The weekly time frame has had a very nice move and it had 7 green candles in a row. Now this current weekly candle does actually close today and there's a very good chance it's going to close red. I would be shocked if this candle ended up closing green. But again, I don't think it's a big deal at all. Naturally, you're going to have a pullback after 7 green candles in a row. What I still really like about Bitcoin right now is the M2 global liquidity. When you look at the M2 global liquidity right now, you can see that it's been breaking out since January. And oftentimes the M2 global liquidity does front run breakouts. You can see that throughout the history of Bitcoin. M2 global liquidity is breaking out, Bitcoin breaks out afterwards. Same thing right here, same thing right here. And then it's already starting to play out. And usually you see a significantly higher high. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if Bitcoin does do a little bit of consolidation, but then it continues breaking out. Another reason that I like Bitcoin right now is because of the monthly time frame. I think the monthly looks very good. We've had 2 very nice monthly green candles in a row, and this was actually the highest monthly close that we have ever had. And you pair that with the fact that the stochastics did actually have a chance to reset and now they're starting to push up. So even if we do pull back a little bit in the short term, do not lose sight of the bigger picture. It is my personal belief that we still look very good on the larger time frames. Now back to Turbo, I do actually want to show you Turbo on CoinMarketCap. So you can see that the Turbo volume has fallen off quite a bit. It's down to 27.7 million. When Turbo was having that initial move up, it was over 600 million. And even just in the last 24 hours, it's down 49%. Now, you can look at this in multiple ways. Some people are going to look at this and say it's not good. Other people are going to say it's good. The argument is that usually whenever you have lower volume, you're probably not going to have a super explosive move. But the reason that can be a good thing is because you're probably not going to continue selling off as bad. Oftentimes when the volume starts to drop, it means you're probably coming close to finding a bottom. Now again, is that guaranteed to happen? No, it's not. But if we take a look at the Turbo X account, you can see they're up to 112,000 followers. They are growing consistently. And I talked about this in my last Turbo video, but I really like that they actually just recently partnered with Verasity. I am obviously biased towards this partnership because, as a lot of you guys know, I used to cover Verasity on my channel. Back in the day, we made some very nice gains on VRA, but I really do think this is a great partnership for Turbo. But there really isn't a whole lot to go over for Turbo specifically right now. Again, I think the biggest thing you need to watch is Ethereum. Bitcoin's going to do its thing, but we need to see Ethereum break out if we want to see a massive explosion for Turbo. That's just the reality of the situation. Ethereum is the leading altcoin. And it's also going to have a major impact on Turbo because Turbo is an ERC20. But if you guys are interested in getting in a project super early like Turbo, then I always recommend taking a look at my Discord. We're in the markets every single day and we've been making huge gains this entire bull run. During the last run up, we nailed 6 different 200x projects. And over the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've nailed 2 different 100x projects. But my Discord has just been printing in here pretty much every single day. You can just look through the crypto gain section and it is crazy to see how well the community is doing. But if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. That's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Turbo. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.